So you're just starting out in the RC hobby, you have realised there's literally hundreds of different options out there, but which are the best and which ones are worth spending your money on? Well, today we are going to take a look at my top 5 beginner RC cars for 2022. If you're looking for big names here, you won't find any. All of the trucks on this list are made by Chinese companies. When we focus on the bigger brands, costs rise dramatically. The Chinese stuff is great, and there are so many options out there without having to spend a fortune on the likes of Armour and Traxxas. Kicking things off at number 5, we have the HBX 901A. This is a brushless desert buggy that not only looks great, but it's easily one of the best performing and fast, cheap RC trucks I have ever tested. So if it's so good, why is it at the number 5 spot? Well, that's simple, because more speed usually equals more breakages, and the 901A is certainly a very quick little truck indeed. With its brushless setup and ability to run 3S, it certainly puts a smile on your face. But for a total beginner, a slower brushed model is usually something I would recommend over these small brushless cars, as a slower truck will allow new users to get used to things at their own pace before moving up to the quicker stuff. Yes, you can adjust the throttle dual rate and wind things down a little bit, but the temptation to go all out will always be there, and this increases the chances of something going wrong, but that's just my opinion. If you want to be brave, then feel free, go for the 901A as your first RC car. These are currently selling for about £115 or 143 US dollars for the one battery version, but I would recommend going for the multiple battery version for even more runtime. Moving on, let's take a look at number 4, and it is the HBX 16889 or the 16889A Pro brushless. What beginner list would be complete without the HBX 16889, a tried and tested beginner RC car which is ultra durable, reliable and incredibly cheap. HBX got it so right with this one, and it's ideal for someone just starting out and looking for something with a little more ground clearance to use off-road and on rough terrain. Everything you need is included in the box, and parts are available everywhere. Upgrades are also available and extremely cheap. I would recommend the brushed version if you are just starting out, but there's also a Pro brushless version which does come with all the upgrades pre-fitted and a brushless system. Again, like the 901A, going brushless means more power, and that's not always a good thing for a total beginner. The 16889 is a perfect way into RC, and it's still one of my favourite cheap and small RC cars. Taking a look at number 3, and we have the SG1603 and all of its brothers and sisters. The SG1603 offers beginners in the hobby a great time at an exceptionally low price. There are so many variants available now and so many options when it comes to your choice of body shell. My personal favourites are the original SG1603 Hoonie truck inspired body, the Lancia Delta body, and finally the rally car. Brushed and brushless options are also available, and personally I do prefer the brushed, as the gyro seems to perform better on the brushed version, but that said, the brushless is a lot of fun, and the extra kick that you get from the brushless system is definitely noticeable. Anyone looking for some on-road action with a chance to have a go at drifting, well, the SG1603 is the perfect option then, as you also get a set of plastic drift tyres included in the box, which are a lot of fun once fitted and great for getting sideways. You get an extensive lighting setup on these models, and all of the LEDs are adjustable on the transmitter so you can ride in style. Many people have gone out and got the SG1603 based on my recommendation, and I'm yet to have anyone come back to me and tell me it's awful, and that's because it's really not. It is in fact epic. Now, these things are so much fun. I said it before in the last video I did, and I'm quite happy to say it again and again and again. I really do think these are, you know, so impressive, especially for the money. You can just have a huge amount of fun for such a cheap price. It does make you wonder sometimes, you know, you don't have to spend an absolute fortune on all those super expensive RCs, because these cheap ones, they really do put a smile on your face. We're getting close to the number 1 spot, but before we see what has earned its place at number 1, let's check out number 2. And it has to be the WL Toys 144001. Old Faithful makes a return. The WL Toys 144001 is still one of the best cheap beginner RC cars out there, and even though it is a few years old now, it's still hard to beat. The included 550 brush system is powerful and more than enough for most people when you're just starting out. These buggies are essentially clones of the LC racing buggies, and even though quality is lacking in certain places, what you get for the money is incredible. The 144001 includes everything you need to get up and running in the box, and the only thing I would recommend getting is some larger capacity batteries, as runtime can be limited on the included 1500 mAh battery. The 144001 has so many fans, and many videos and tutorials are available online when it comes to upgrading, and lots of information about proper maintenance, as one of the main issues with these buggies is dry diffs. I have actually done a tutorial on this exact topic myself, and I will leave a link in the description below if you want to check that out. It's a very easy and quick thing to do, and it will prolong the life of your new buggy. Many RC companies have tried to overtake the 144001, but haven't managed to offer the same for the money, meaning the 144001 still deserves its place high up on the list. Guys, this little thing is quick. We are just running on the 1500 milliamp 2S today as well, the included battery. Again, it's something I will be upgrading in the near future. I mean, guys, for the money, you know, you can't really get much more fun, to be fair. So what have I placed at number 1? What is the best cheap RC car, in my opinion, for beginners starting out in the hobby in 2022? Well, I think it has to be the MJX Hyper Go and its very familiar body shells. MJX have released an absolute winner here. When I initially reviewed the pre-production model, I can admit it wasn't great. It had friction shocks, and you were limited to using their own dedicated 1000 mAh smart battery, which had terrible runtime. I sent all the feedback received to MJX, and they listened, making changes to the final production models pretty much instantly. Now you get proper hobby grade oil filled shocks as standard, and the option to use your own LiPo batteries. I currently use 2200 mAh batteries, and I managed to get over 15 minutes of runtime on each pack. My personal favourite is the Creighton body. I think it looks great. You also get metal diffs, heavy duty front and rear drive shafts, a metal centre drive shaft, a 390 brushed motor featuring a heatsink and fan, plus a 2-in-1 ESC and receiver. The 390 brushed motor may sound a little disappointing, but it can easily push the Hyper Go to speeds up to 24 miles per hour, which is impressive considering its size. Another great feature is the inbuilt GPS unit that this truck features. You can download the Hyper Go app and get real-time telemetry sent straight to your phone, which may not be appealing to most, but it's certainly a nice feature to have, especially if you enjoy speed runs. These trucks currently cost between £90 to £100. I think that's about $120, $130, and considering what you're getting for the money, I think they're definitely worth the price. So the Hyper Go is a strong, well-made, good-looking and cheap beginner RC truck, which includes new smart technology never before seen on an RC car in this price range. Other RC companies out there could definitely learn a lot from MJX. They've listened to their potential customers and delivered an excellent product. So there we go then, that was my top 5 cheap RC cars for beginners. Do you agree, or do you think this list should have been different? Feel free to list your top 5 below. If you enjoyed today's video, then be sure to subscribe to my channel. But apart from that, good luck getting into the hobby, and make sure you check out some of my other beginner inspired videos on my channel. I will leave links to those and all the cars mentioned in the description below, so check them out. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you again soon on the next one. Take care.